Hi and welcome to my review of the GoolRC T47 folding drone. It's in a fairly plain box, so not lots of money being wasted on full colour printing, etc, etc. But inside they do give you a very nice little case, and I'm actually very impressed with this. Also in the box here you've got user manuals for various languages, which I won't worry about those. The English one is actually within the case itself. There it all is. 2 batteries, so one there, and there's also one on the drone already. It comes with spare props. You've got the charger, which I've got underneath there, and that's the charging point at the other end there, USB charging point. Screwdriver and some little feet rubbers just underneath there. That's the controller. I'm going to set this to one side. That's the English manual just in there, so I'm going to set this to one side just for the moment. I'm going to make this fairly brief because you'll see most of these features actually on the test flight, which I'll tag on to the end of this desktop review. But basically, controls on the controller are your power control, which is just there, the rates control, which is at the end there. There's 3 lots of rates. I think it's 30%, 60% and 100%. The directional joystick, which is there, which also acts as the launch control. So you press the joystick in like that, it will start the props and then lift up to raise the aircraft. Headless control, the gyro calibration. You've got the emergency stop button, which is that one there, and the lights control, which is that one there. It takes 2 AAA batteries, which go into the back there, so you just unhook that, they go inside there. They're not supplied, so you will have to supply your own ones, but it's a very nice colour. It's got the sort of a metallic plastic red colour, looks very good. That's the drone, and as you can see, folding drone. The arms underneath fold out like this, click into place with a nice solid click. Camera at the front there, which it's adjustable, and it's got a ratchet just underneath there, so it will stay in position once you've set it. You can charge the batteries on the drone, which is just in there, or when you take the battery out you can charge it out of the drone as well. So you can be charging this one, for instance, the spare battery, while this one's in flight. So if you've got a power bank or something like that you want to continually charge the batteries, you can do that in the field. Power switch at the top there, switch that, and you'll see the lights flashing at the front and at the back. The lights are very good. They're quite bright, evening, quite bright sunshine. You can actually see them fairly well, and certainly when they're aiming straight towards you. And the whole thing is backed up by the GoolRC phone app. I'm using the Android version, but obviously it's available on iOS as well. Okay, 720p camera. Now what you will find with this is it doesn't come with SD card recording from the camera, which is a bit of a shame. You stream the pictures to your phone and it'll record on the phone. Now whilst I've found those actually fairly good, I do think you're going to lose out a little bit in the transition of streaming from the camera to your phone, and obviously it depends how good your phone is as to how good the video would be. The video I found to be a little bit jerky, and you'll see that on the footage that I put onto the test flight, but the photos aren't bad. It certainly reflects the amount of money that you spend on a drone like this. This was about £50, I think, just under £50. So you're not going to get a top-notch drone with a top-notch camera for that kind of price. So for what you pay for it, it's very good, and particularly with the features that you've got in it, such as altitude hold. and I found that actually works pretty well. You'll see all of that later on in the test video anyway. Right, I think that just about covers everything I need to show you at this stage. You'll see from the following footage how it performed in the air and in the field. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, and this is the test flight for the GoolRC T47. Open it up. Connect the battery. Okay, so we've got UAB 122BE just there. Connecting that. Connected. The GoolRC app. And connect. And there we have. Yep, it's connected. Right, let's fly it on the controller first of all. So, do the calibration, which I believe is that one, for 2 seconds. And yes, it takes a bit of getting used to. That's pretty cool though, that works quite well. Let's see if I can take some video. Just taking video now. And I think I'll try headless mode. Now this is where headless mode really comes in handy for this. There's a bit of a breeze coming. Okay, stop the video. Let's try, I'll take it back a little bit further. There's a bit of a breeze from time to time, you can just feel it go. If I can take some photos. And spin it. It's on headless mode again still. The actual tilt response is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Let's try it on a faster speed. So coming back to me. Stop. Going backwards. I'm actually quite impressed. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Take another photo and try some video again. Take it up a bit higher. And let's just do some pan shots. Okay, not quite sure what that was. I'm going to take some shots away from looking into the sun. I've set the camera up level with this. And the headless mode seems to be working very well. Let's just bring it down a little bit again. Okay, that's better. The last time I brought it down, it continued coming down. So but no, that seems fine. Bring it back towards me a little bit. Let's see if we can bring it in for a closer look. And video is still recording. And just to remind you, I've still got this in headless mode. This is the only disadvantage, in that you've got to hold the phone at the same time as you're flying. And the other disadvantage is when you change your orientation to the drone, the headless mode goes all screwy, because obviously it would do, because it's still reacting from a headless point of view. So if I go round to the side, I've still got to put on how can I explain this? If I go to the side of the drone and try and steer left, it will actually steer away from me. So it's just a matter of reorientating again. Right, let's take headless mode off. Okay, headless mode is off. I'll take it away from me a little bit before I attempt to do this. Rotate it. Yeah, it takes a bit of getting used to it. Headless mode again. Oh, where's it going? Okay, that was a bit strange. Put it into headless mode and it shot off forwards. And I think it actually needs recalibrating again. I'm going to bring it in. In fact, low battery warning, so I brought it down. That was a deliberate landing. Okay, so let's turn that off and turn the video off here. Okay, so from the test flight, these are my opinions. The camera's not bad. It's not the best, but as I say, it's certainly not bad, and it would have benefited, I feel, from SD card recording. The fact that you needed to hold the phone in one hand as well as the controller pretty much negated the benefits of having a single-handed controller in the first place. Now, whilst it's perfectly possible to fly the drone with just the controller, if you want to take photos or video, you do need to have your phone. There is no control for taking photos or video on the controller, which is a bit of a shame. It performed a lot better than I was expecting, I have to say, and the level of feedback from the tilting of the controller was actually very good. I think you'd only be flying in light breezes at worst, anything more than a light breeze, and you're likely to lose it, as it's actually a very light drone. I've not at this stage tried just using the phone as a controller. And I'm not a great fan of those, to be honest. I like to have the feedback of the controller itself. I like to know where the controls are without having to constantly look down at my fingers to find out where they actually are on the screen. And I always also feel that you can get much better reactions from using a controller such as this. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys out, and if you are interested in drones and gadgets of all kinds, then please click subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.